Hello everybody, and today is July 16th. It's a Wednesday, and welcome to Enjoy the Movies, where I put in my 2 cents about movies. Now, today I've had not quite so great a day. It was a pretty good day, except yesterday was a crappy day, and today I was behind so many idiotic drivers. Don't you just hate when you're driving along, doing the right thing on the road, and all of a sudden some idiot does something that he's not supposed to do? I was almost merged into today. So, not even merged into, just lane changed into, because there was 2 clear lanes and they didn't know what they were doing. So, anyway, I digress. Okay, so a couple things I want to go over. I don't have that many movies left that were free movies, and actually I've been watching more movies at the theater, so I wanted to talk about some of those. I did watch one animated Batman film, but I'm going to hold off on reviewing that until I see Dark Knight, which I'll probably do this weekend. So I'll be able to have that, I will be able to have that review for you next week. So, we're going to start with SuperheroMovie, because this recently came out on DVD, maybe a couple weeks ago. And there's this huge trend of action movies based on superhero movies coming out. So I know what Marvel is trying to do with all their movies, trying to hook up with the Avengers. They're having these little movie cameos with people in other people's movies, as far as like superhero characters are concerned. But anyway, so SuperheroMovie is this really bad, stupid comedy movie. Out of all of the new comedy movies, I thought that Meet the Spartans actually wasn't too bad. SuperheroMovie is just a blatant garbage. Let's just say it's not a blatant garbage. It's just blatant garbage. So SuperheroMovie basically parodies Spider-Man 3, or just Spider-Man in general, I guess. Not necessarily Spider-Man 3, because it does start off with a whole bunch of scenes that came from the first Spider-Man. And instead of being bitten by a spider, the kid who's in there, he's bitten by a radioactive dragonfly instead. And there's a lot of dumb scenes. There's a couple of laughs, but for the most part, it's just a really bad, stupid comedy movie. There is really... I was actually surprised, because there were several big stars in this. There was Leslie Nielsen, Sarah Paxton. Brent Spiner showed up, which was actually a huge surprise, because I wasn't expecting it. And I don't know if you know, I'm a huge sci-fi geek, so I'm obviously a fan of Star Trek. For those of you who don't know, Brent Spiner played Data in The Next Generation. And he also played Dr. Soong on any of those episodes. Anyway, so I digress. We're not talking about TV shows, we're talking about movies. So SuperheroMovie, really bad movie. I really don't have anything positive to say about it. If you like the stupid comedies, by all means go ahead and watch it, but it's not good. I don't recommend watching it. I'm gonna say don't watch it. I discourage you from watching SuperheroMovie, unless you're playing the SuperheroMovie drinking game, which is a totally different story, but obviously your goal is to not watch a good movie at that point, so you probably don't care. Alright, so that's that I've got for movies on DVD. The next 2 movies are movies that actually came out on DVD recently. No, not DVD. Came out in theater recently. One of them is GetSmart. So for those of you who haven't seen GetSmart, or even know what it is, it basically takes this old TV show, or at least I vaguely remember watching the TV show. I don't know if it was originally a TV show, but it takes from that, and it's basically about these secret agents who do things. And in the original series, there were 2 agents, as there are in the new movie. The main character agent, he's good at what he does, but he's this goofy klutz that always gets himself into trouble. And his misfit, sidekick or partner, I guess depends on what you're watching, if you're watching the original one or the new movie, she always ends up getting him out. So that is pretty much the premise of the movie. Anyway, stars Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and I definitely enjoyed watching this movie. I thought it was pretty well done, pretty well thought out, and I liked the delivery of the jokes. Now, if you're not familiar with the original show, it probably won't matter to you, but I felt like it was really authentic. They were trying to bring that flavor back. They're trying to bring back that feeling, that kind of comedy. So I thought they did a great job. I actually liked it a lot. The movie had, I think, one plot twist that I wasn't expecting, which I actually liked. I thought it was pretty good. And the ending was actually quite satisfying, no matter how predictable it may or may not be. But if I didn't just give anything away just now, or you know, didn't deter you from watching it, I definitely actually recommend watching this movie. Only if you like the clever, witty humor. There's a lot of tongue-in-cheek humor. There's I don't know how else to describe it. It's really just like a lot of sarcasm. No, well, maybe it's like not quite. I don't know. But anyway, it's pretty good. I liked it a lot. If you don't like that kind of cheesy humor, I don't know how else to explain it to you. Just don't watch it. But overall, the movie itself had actually a bunch of decent action scenes. Definitely liked it. There's actually several scenes where they had the camera panning. It was actually very stylistic, and I actually liked it. They tried to get you into the mood of the setting of the environment or whatever. So that's pretty well done. Anyway, GetSmart, definitely recommend. Not really for everybody, so if you don't like cheesy humor, just don't worry about it. But for everybody else who doesn't mind it, I would say give it a go. Or if you got some great sentimental memories about the original series. So brings it all back. Steve Carell does a great job, of course. Alright, last movie I wanted to review for today is WALL-E. Now this I wasn't sure about because I saw some trailers and I'm like, oh wow, there are a lot of good animated movies lately. I don't know how it's going to stand up. But I watched it anyway. Because, you know, I like to watch movies. But needless to say, I've also noticed that I always use the phrase needless to say a lot. So I'm trying to not use that phrase so much. Especially that last episode. It was ridiculous. So let's try to keep it on the minimum. Anyway, back to WALL-E. I also say anyway a lot. Okay, so WALL-E is this movie about this little trash compactor robot. If you've seen the trailers, you pretty much know what he looks like. The rough premise is that he is on this planet by himself as the last operating trash compactor robot, because all of the other ones have long since stopped. So it seems like he's been doing this for, you know, hundreds of years. Hundreds and hundreds of years. You'll find out exactly how long when you watch the movie, but I'm not going to tell you too much about it because it's kind of giving away part of the task. But I can tell you basically what happens at the beginning. They set up his character so well. It's him going into trash compact, and then all of a sudden this big ship flies down and drops another, you know, a robot basically where he is, and that's the beginning of the movie. Now, a couple of things I wanted to mention that were definitely unique to this movie. There's no dialogue in probably the first half of the movie. Maybe if not 2/3 of the movie. Yeah, okay, so maybe half the movie. There's some speaking only because there's some videos playing, like on the deserted Earth, but it's so stylistically well done that you don't even realize that there's no dialogue unless you're actually looking for it, or, you know, you're noticing it, like from the standpoint of, oh man, nobody's talking. But the facial expressions on WALL-E are so well articulated that you pretty much know what you're doing. I almost thought that maybe little kids might have been bored because they don't know what's going on, and they don't know, like, especially like really young kids, they don't understand the, you know, facial cues of emotions or what they imply or whatever. But, you know, they're little kids, so I guess put something moving on a screen and it'll be okay. Other than that, that was pretty much the first half of the movie. Second half of the movie, a lot more action-packed. There's some quick movement. There's some flying through space. Won't give away too much more than that, but there's epic moments, and I definitely like the way that they ended the movie. It was very, how should I say it, very tense. There's actually a lot of tension towards the second half of the movie, and it's very well done. It's the environments look great. All the special effects, the buildings, the sky, the terrain, space. It is so well done in terms of just visual quality, and I don't even know what else to say about it. It's just an excellent movie. You just have to watch this. If if you like animated movies or any sort of like sci-fi movies or just well done movies, this is definitely a thumbs up. You must watch this movie. WALL-E is an excellent movie. So, alright, anyway, that's enough for today. I might want to do something else after this anyway. I got to shower and wake up, go to work, all that fun stuff. Anyway, so you guys have a good night. Enjoy the movies. Hopefully that helped. I was a little bit more energetic today because I wasn't tired. So, alright, have a good night.